All right, so in this video, we're going to take this website, which obviously is not up to 2016 standards, but it's still a website that still gets traffic. It's one of these sites of mine that I haven't changed in a long time, but I get a fair amount of traffic to it. So I'm going to take this opportunity while I record this video to add some Google AdSense that's fresh. I actually had some old Yahoo Content Network ads, which is similar to Google AdSense, but I want to make money from this page because I actually get a lot of traffic from this. I was actually checking my stats and my analytics for this page, and I get a fair amount of viewers each month on just this particular page. So I realized I need to add some, content to it because I'm getting about 1,000 or so eyeballs every single month for this content, which, the site does not look that attractive, but I need to be making some money off of it, especially instead of me not having time to revamp it or redesign it, let's at least put some ads that makes money. And so that's kind of where Google AdSense comes into play for you. So I'm going to go here to Google AdSense and I'm going to go to My Ads. And under custom channels, this is where you would put in any websites that you want to add in here. Now I've got several here just for certain examples because I do a lot of training videos on this topic. And you can just go in here and say new custom channel. And this is where you would actually put in what kind of ad units you're going to run. So typically you would run these sizes, so 120 by 600. You're going to run these are the most basic kind of ads that you would run, so you could choose what ads you want to run and then put in the name of it. So I like to put in the website URL, kind of like I did here. So this weight loss article is actually called 101 weight loss articles. So notice that it's already in there, so I've already actually put that in there. So I'm going to go here and say add units. So add units, I'm going to say new ad unit. And we're going to call this, let's go here to 101 weight loss articles ads. Let's say add, let's say top ad, weightlossarticles.com top ad. All right, so let's make this kind of we've got a leaderboard ad, which is recommended. So they actually tell you the recommended ads here. So we'll go with this leaderboard ad. I like that. We could go text and display ads or just text ads only. That's completely up to you. I'm going to go with both just because that one's going to go at the top of my page. It's going to ask you what text ad style we want to go with. So a lot of times on your website, now this is white with a white background, black text, and then the links are all blue underlined. So we kind of want to keep with that same consistency. So I want to make my links, I want to make those be blue and underlined as well. So I want to make sure that they kind of jump out at people as something that's clickable. So you could go with colorful. I like to go with the default. It's pretty basic. You could make the text style if you wanted to. You could make it a different color in here, but we'll kind of keep this as is. Keep the title blue because that's going to be blue and clickable. If you do want to change any of these, you could do that as well. So by simply double clicking in there, and that would bring up a window to change it. So for custom channels, we're going to include this ad set into this article. So this is 101 weight loss articles. You could choose any of your other sites, but that's the website I'm working from. So right over here, so we've put in our leaderboard ad here that we're going to go with. We've got our text ad style, the one we want to roll with, and this one looks good. And then we'll go to save and get our code. Save and get our code. So there's code type. There's a couple different types of code. So there's different kinds. So I'm just going to go with this code here, asynchronous. And if you have questions on the differences, they'll let you know there. The little question tabs inside Google AdSense are really handy as well. So yeah, so basically this is, let's just go with that first option there. I like to just go with the defaults whenever I'm doing anything, with some of these Google AdSense tools. So we've got our ad here. So it's 728 by 90. And so I've already copied that. Now I'm going to go over to my website here. I'm going to go to Insert HTML. I've already decided where I'm going to place it. So Insert up here. I'm using Composer because this is an HTML site. If you had WordPress, there's WordPress plugins that you could go with. So I'm just going to center my ad so it kind of shows up right at the top. I like to post my ads in locations where they actually are going to get clicked and seen. That's really important to me. So I'm going to simply click on save. Once we've saved that, we can now upload this. So I'm using FileZilla to upload my files. Now this training here, the reason I'm going quick, it's not intended to be a FileZilla training. I happen to be editing an HTML site. You could be editing any number of style of website as well. So we've got our URL there. So let's go over here and take a look at it with our AdSense ad. Sometimes it'll take a little bit before it shows up all the way. So let's hit that. And notice I'd taken off the link at the bottom, and give it about 15 minutes. Our Google AdSense ad should start showing up here, and it will actually start appearing on this website. So now we've actually just embedded it. We've created our ad unit. Again, you just simply go to My Ad if you want to add a new one. Like let's say I want to add one that goes on the sidebar, for example. So let's click on that. You can actually preview what the ad's going to look like as well. But again, I'll go with the normal default layout. We're going to go over here. You could go with this one here just to give it a little different look. I'm going to include it onto this channel, the weight loss articles. Save and get code. Save and get code. Oh, I need to put this on here as well. So I'm going to put 101 weightlossarticles.com sidebar ad. And make sure you've also gone into custom channels first. Before you create your ad, make sure you go to custom channels and you put in what website you want this ad to actually display on. So that's really important that you do that. Go ahead with the asynchronous code here. We're going to copy this code, copy it, and click on close here. And then I can go back to this page here, and I'm going to choose a spot for this ad to actually show up. So let's say, maybe right below this picture, or actually let's go right in the middle of this article. Actually is not a bad idea to place it in there. So let's go maybe a little bit down. Let's go here to option number 2, and I'm just going to simply click on Insert HTML. We'll paste that in there. Click Insert, choose Save. Anytime you save it, you either have to upload it, resave it if you're using WordPress, depending on what content management system you are using, and then your ad's going to show up that way. So give it just a moment though. It takes about 15-20 minutes, just so you know, before the ads will show up. Notice it dropped in. This is where my ad will be. So now when people come on the page, they're going to have an ad up here running and an ad right here. So that's the basics of adding your first ad unit in Google AdSense. It's really simple. They give you the code, and then you just have to right click that code and copy and paste it into your website. So in the next video, we'll talk about more in depth on how to allow certain types of ads, how to block certain types of ad placements and certain ads from showing on your website, because that's going to help kind of dial in your campaign even more so you can maximize the revenue you're making from Google AdSense.